Hello, in this video we are going to learn how can we set up a single node Storm cluster. As all we know, Storm is meant for processing events. This is the concentration here, and the prerequisites before installing Storm cluster are here. We need to make sure Java is installed on our machine, and Python we need. First component is Java 6 version, and the thing is next one is Python 2.6 version, and third one is Zookeeper, any version of Zookeeper. As Storm of official documentation says, Storm cluster has been tested on these two components, I mean on these two softwares with these versions 6, Java 6 and Python 2.6. And finally we need this Zookeeper. As we all know, Zookeeper is used by the modern coming technologies that are part of Hadoop ecosystem as a coordination service. Not only Storm, HBase, and all the emerging technologies like Spark and all these things are using Zookeeper. So these are the things we need to install in the sequence. First Java, next Python, and finally Zookeeper we need to install before installing Storm. As I have already installed Java 6 on my machine, I have already installed these two versions of software components on my machine. I will just show you whether I am getting these components got ready on my machine or not. Terminal I am moving. So here Java C and Java, when I type, I am able to get these options for these Java compiler and interpreter. So Java has been set up successfully, and let me show you in the bash rc file. Bash rc, see here, this is how I have set up my java underscore home environment, and it is available on our path. That is the thing we need to make sure. In similar fashion, I have installed Hadoop as well, and of course all these things are not required. And I have already installed Python, as I said, and it is got ready. And now it's time to install the Zookeeper software what we have as part of this Storm cluster. This is the thing we are going to install now. You can get Zookeeper from the Apache site. Zookeeper download. Go on this download and get Zookeeper from this link. So this is the version of software 3.4.6 is the recent version, and I have downloaded the same version to my local machine. And in similar fashion, let me show you directly how to get this Storm, how to download this Storm. Open this first link and install this tar.gz file. Download this tarball to your local file system, and I have already downloaded. Let me show you that download. So this is the Zookeeper which I have downloaded, and this is the Storm software which I have downloaded from both from Apache site. And this is the first step we have done. And let us extract these two files here to here itself. Zookeeper and Apache Storm. I'm extracting here. Yes, we have got this Zookeeper and Storm got ready, and I am renaming this one just to make things clear. I'm just making it as Storm 0.92 and Zookeeper 3.46. Now after extracting these two files, we need to move these two components individually into a folder called user lib folder. So this is the place where we need to move user and lib. So we need to move these two libraries, and for that I am using terminal here, acting as an admin user. sudo mv. First I'm moving zookeeper. Sorry, it is not available in my present working directory. I need to move into downloads folder. See here, this is the thing. Zookeeper, the blue color one, is the directory name, and Storm also. As all we know, first we need to get ready with Zookeeper. That is why I'm getting ready with Zookeeper. Sudo move Zookeeper and destination is user lib. The folder has been moved from this present working directory, and no Zookeeper folder in right now. And now what I am going to do is I'm going to configure this Zookeeper home directory in bashrc file. That is the thing I am going to do. Bashrc. So similarly, similar to your Java home and Hadoop home, whatever the home directory. Yes, this is the thing. Zookeeper home, and let me change everywhere. So folder name is Zookeeper hyphen 3.4.6, right? So I'm changing that one as well here. User lib, and we need to change here Zookeeper hyphen 3.4.6. So this is how we need to configure Zookeeper. The reason for this configuration is when we are trying to start Zookeeper using command called, just one moment, we can start the server using a command called zkserver.sh followed by one of the option. This is start to start the command. So we can use this command from anywhere in the terminal, from any directory in the terminal. So that's why I'm keeping these binary files available with the software of Zookeeper. All these ZK server shell script files are available in the bin directory. That's why I'm keeping these binaries in the path environment path variable, so that I can able to run these Zookeeper from anywhere, any directory using the terminal. So this is how I have installed and successfully set up the Zookeeper server. Now let me show you how to do the same configuration with Storm. I'm closing, one moment. Before closing, let me open a new tab in terminal. I'm moving into downloads folder. So this is now here I have got this Storm, the thing in blue color, Storm directory, and now I am moving this Storm directory into user lib folder. User lib, it is asking me for the password. Let me check. Yes, something was wrong. Sudo mv. Yes, I need to specify this directory name. I need to mv takes two arguments, but in previous step I have supplied only one, right? The destination only. I haven't informed the source, so that's why I have got Storm, and the destination is user lib. Now the command got succeeded. So see, now there is no Storm folder in this present working directory. The folder has been moved into Storm. I have moved these two directories, Zookeeper and Storm components, successfully into user lib folder. Now in similar fashion, how I have configured Zookeeper, I'm configuring the Storm cluster as I mean the Storm component as well, using the similar style. Storm here I am specifying. Storm, and here Storm 0.92 is the current version. sorry, storm hyphen 0.9.2. So this is the directory name I have given while renaming. So this is how I have configured this storm cluster. Userlib storm is the directory where we can find the libraries belongs to storm. And now save this file and close it. That's it. This is how we can configure storm in this bash rc file to get the binaries of storm from anywhere, I mean from any directory in the terminal window. Now I am closing this bash rc file. Now let's enter into this Windows view, I mean graphical view, computer user lib. Let me explain what are the components we have got when we extracted this zookeeper and storm. I'm starting with zookeeper. So this is the bin directory. Let us enter into that. So this is the ZK So zookeeper command line interface, which we can use this command line interface to communicate with or to talk to zookeeper server. Here ZK server. So this is the server script file which we can use to make our zookeeper run and stop. So these are the Windows versions: zookeeper client and zookeeper environment and ZK server. We can also use this zookeeper to run in Windows environment, not only in Linux environment. We can also use this zookeeper get run in Windows environment and ZK server. And primarily these are the two files, I mean these are the two commands we use from the terminal window to get started the zookeeper and to communicate with zookeeper. And while coming back to this conf folder, we need to concentrate here. Conf directory. In this directory, we need a configuration file from where zookeeper can read configuration details. So we will look into those configuration details soon. So the configuration file is here zoo.cfg, zoo_sample.cfg here. A sample configuration file has been provided, and let us try to enter into that. See here, the tick time, the primary properties here for zookeeper are the highlighted one, tick time, and data directory. Where is that? Yes, data directory. This is the second property which we need, and the client port. So these three are the primary properties we need to configure. So this is the thing we need to make sure. Let me open one more. Okay, I will open. I do this from here, from terminal window. Sudo zedit zookeeper underscore home, right? Zookeeper underscore home conf directory, and inside that I am creating a new file zoo.cfg. This file is not already exist and I am creating a new file. Let us double check once again. So there is no file here zoo.cfg, and I am creating that with the help of this terminal window, hitting the enter key. So a new file has been created. Here what I will do is I simply copy and paste the things from the sample configuration that has already been provided. Anyway, let me copy from online. So these three are the primary properties we need to concentrate. So here official documentation also saying the same thing, create it. To start zookeeper we need a configuration file and name of the file is zoo.cfg. So I'm copying it and creating this file here. Okay, I closed. Okay, so see here zoo.cfg, a file has been created here. Sorry, I think it is locked. The file is locked. I have used a command called sudo. I acted as a root user, so that is the mistake I have done. So we are not supposed to act as a sudo user, and we will fail when we try to start the Zookeeper server. So here I am trying to remove that. rm user libzoo.cfg, remove write protector regular file. Yes. Now let us check the file has been created or not. Okay, the same is available. We need to act as a sudo user to delete the file. Yes, the file has been deleted, and let me get into that. Gedit zoofg file has been opened for us. I think yes. I'm closing this and it will be saved. Yeah, zookeeper.cfg. Before there is a lock symbol on this file logo, but now it is similar to the existing files. This is how we can configure the primary three properties of Zookeeper server. So this is the only thing we need to do in this Zookeeper home directory followed by conf. So this is the configuration we need to do finally. So after doing this, what we need to do is everything is done with Zookeeper, and Zookeeper is ready to start. I mean, we need to start the Zookeeper server and all these things, and of course the remaining directories are not required. These two are the primary directories in this Zookeeper home directory. And now let us start the Zookeeper server and see what will happen. As all we know, as I said, Zookeeper ZK server is the file which we need. Script file, and start is the option to start the Zookeeper server. Okay, something wrong. Yes, it is unable to create a directory in this place, as this it has read information from the configuration file what we have created zoo.cfg in the Zookeeper configuration conf folder. So see here var/zookeeper, the highlighted one, is the data directory that we have given, that is the path we have given. I mean the place where Zookeeper server can keep its metadata information, can maintain its information. So now let us try to change that path and we will be able to run the Zookeeper successfully. Home, Hadoop. So this is the place where I have created this path before, and I am copying this and providing this directory as Zookeeper data directory to keep its information, I mean to keep its data. I'm saving this file and closing it, and I am going back and trying to start Zookeeper. So see here, this is the only information we get using config conf followed by zoo.cfg. It means the configuration from the zoo.cfg configuration file has been read by Zookeeper while starting, and if everything goes successfully, then it will start the server, unlike in previous case. So now the server has been started. Let us try to check whether it has successfully started or not using an option, a flag called status flag. Yes, see here we have got a status message is saying the Zookeeper is running successfully in standalone mode. Yes, this is the Zookeeper can run in two modes. First one is a standalone mode, and next one is distributed mode. This standalone mode is similar to a single node cluster. Just assume like that. Now let us use this same interface, ZK command line interface, which we have got with Zookeeper installation. zkcli.sh is the command to get enter into Zookeeper command line shell. Now it has taken us to the Zookeeper shell. I have cleared the screen. ls followed by /. So this is the Zookeeper. ls means list top level nodes, if any, on our Zookeeper. So Zookeeper is the only single node yet that has been placed, or that such kind of metadata available on Zookeeper at present. And when we are able to successfully start the Storm cluster, we will get some nodes, some metadata will be placed on Zookeeper server. Now it's time to go and see the information about Storm. Zookeeper has started successfully. Computer user lib Storm. So these two are the primary folders, bin directory and conf folder. Bin, only one Storm. This is the only script file we need to concentrate here. By using this Storm command, by using the Storm command, we can start and stop different nodes that are part of your Storm cluster, like Nimbus node, supervisor node, and all these things. We can start using this Storm command, a script file, nothing but a script file. And we can also start a web user interface that has been provided along with Storm libraries, which we have downloaded. And we can also start that UI interface using the same Storm command. This is the only thing here we need to concentrate. And CMD means we can run in Windows environment, I think. Conf directory, why I'm entering into conf directory here. Storm.aml is the configuration file which we need to concentrate more on this. So we need to concentrate on here the properties which we are going to override for Storm cluster. What kind of properties they are, we will now look into them. So here I am editing this file. So here, as I said, Storm uses Zookeeper, so that's why we need to override here. We override this storm.zookeeper.servers. How many Zookeeper servers are running, and we are running. So we need to give such kind of information for Storm to maintain its metadata on the Zookeeper server. I'm taking this one to end. So here I am writing Storm cluster configuration. YAML. YAML is the command we need to write here. Instead of server 1 and server 2, I am running both Zookeeper, Nimbus, and supervisor nodes all on the same machine. As I said, this is a single node cluster, and all daemons run, or all processors are running on the same machine. That's why I have provided localhost as the Zookeeper server address. This is the first property we need to concentrate. Zookeeper configuration. I'm just writing. And next one is we need to say Nimbus, where our Nimbus node is running. This Nimbus is similar to our name node in case of Hadoop. YAML, and we need to write here localhost. Nimbus node configuration. And final thing is where our supervisors are running. I need to, sorry, we need to say about the supervisor ports. So let us look into Apache site, official Apache site, and let me explain. Apache Storm cluster setup. This is the place. I mean, in this link you can find a cluster setup documentation, a good documentation that has been provided here. So as I said, Storm has been tested using these two versions, Java 6 and Python, and I will tell why we need this Python and how it is related to Storm later on. So you please go through this documentation once to get a clear idea of each and everything. What is this property and why we need that, and why we need to set up that in the storm.yaml instead of the default configuration that has that is available online, and all these things. This is a nice documentation. So this is the property we need here. So this is the defaults.yaml file where we have the default properties for our Storm cluster, and if we wish to override any of these default properties, we need to override them in a file called storm.yaml file. So that is the thing I am doing now. So see here's storm.zookeeper.servers, which I have already overridden, and zookeeper port also. Of course we are using the same zookeeper, I mean the default port number used by port, and we no need to override this property. And here this is the property where we need, and we need to make sure one thing, that is these port numbers should be available or should be written in a separate line. When we write these port numbers on the same line like here, we will get error while starting the Nimbus node. So that is the thing we need to make sure, which I have faced. I'm overriding this for Storm supervisor. And for local data maintenance purpose, I mean to maintain data locally by this Storm cluster, we need to configure the directory as well. So this is the property storm.local directory. Yes. So here what kind of data Storm maintains locally is, while running our Storm topologies, it will copy some jar files which are needed for running the topology temporarily. So to keep maintain this temporary data, Storm uses a directory on our local machine. So that is why here I am configuring this property. Sorry. So this is the Storm local directory /mnt/storm. Storm. So leave it like this only, because we have this /mnt directory available on our local file system, and this is the only thing. I mean, this is these Four are the primary properties which we need to override in our storm.yaml file, which is available under storm home directory under conf directory. So this is the uh, overall view of the properties overriding. For more details about these properties overriding, as I already explained, storm local directory, need of it, and supervisor ports, and all these two properties are self-explanatory, and leave that. And for more details, just go through the documentation what I have shown. Now everything is ready, as we already configured storm home directory also. Now let us try to get that home directory where it is. Oops, we are not getting that. I think this this terminal is opened long ago, and we will let us open new terminal and we will get that echo storm underscore home directory. Yes, this is the storm location. From here I am trying to start the demons of storm cluster. Storm followed by Nimbus we need to start first. Okay, so backtype.storm.nimbus. Yes, the daemon is running successfully. And let me close unused these tabs, and we need this zookeeper as of now. Okay, let me explain clearly. See here, the Nimbus node has been started successfully, and before where is that? Yes, before running this Nimbus daemon, this is the only data available on our zookeeper server. Now let us try to run the same ls slash. See here, a storm directory has been created. I mean a storm node. Technically in zookeeper terminology, we call this storm as a znode. So a storm znode has been created on zookeeper server, and let us try to view what are the internals of this storm znode. So these are the child nodes of a storm. Like this we can get information slash workbeats and all. Sorry, this is not having any childs. This is how we can see before running this Nimbus node, we don't have any data on the zookeeper server that is related to storm, but after running this Nimbus node, we have got data onto the zookeeper server relating to storm. And now it's time to start our supervisor node. That is why I'm opening a new tab on the terminal using the same command supervisor to start this supervisor daemon. And in similar fashion, yes, supervisor daemon has started, and one more tab for starting the web UI of our storm cluster UI. So that is enough to start the web UI. Yes, UI also has started, and let us try to check how many demons has started or not. Sorry, started. I'm opening one more terminal to check all these things. JPS. See here, zookeeper main and quorum peer main. So these two are related to the first one, zookeeper main, and quorum peer main related to zookeeper demons, and core is sorry Nimbus, our storm Nimbus daemon, supervisor daemon, and core daemon is meant for web UI of storm cluster. Now let us try to double check once again whether we are able to access our storm cluster which we have set up right now using the web UI or not. Localhost 8080. So this is the storm cluster we have set up. This is the version of Storm we have installed on our local machine as a single node. Supervisor node is only one, and the slots for workers which can be run on supervisor are 4 slots available, and this is the information about the Storm cluster. So this means we have set up a Storm cluster, single node cluster successfully. All the daemons are running. And one more way you can check using pipe symbol grep zookeeper also. Zoo you can type simply. So if you get this command, I mean this information, it means the daemon is running successfully. And similarly for Storm also you can check. This is also one way of checking. Nimbus, yes, see here UI.core and then storm.daemon.supervisor, second daemon, supervisor daemon, and the Nimbus daemon here. So this is also another way of checking daemons relating to a particular component. You can use this APS to see all Java process running. I mean all the Java daemons running. So this is how we can set up a Storm single node cluster. Thank you. Thank you for watching.